now joined by Mr. Hiranand Savlani, Executive Director and CFO at Astral, who's now joining us. Mr. Savlani, thank you so much. And you reported very strong set of numbers. The stock is also reacting to that. Revenue up 16%, margins have expanded to 14.7%. What were the key drivers behind the strong growth that you reported? And now, what is the sustainable revenue and margin growth for the rest of this year?
So I think growth was across this vertical because Astral is dealing with the four vertical. The first pipe vertical. Pipe has given us the excellent margin, and on a higher base, it has given us the 10% kind of growth. Similarly, if you see the adhesive, there also our growth was 25%. So that also our performance was excellent. The best part of this quarter was the paint business. Paint has given us the 48% kind of growth. So there also we were making losses last year. Now we have crossed the break even. So that was also excellent. And the bathware, that was also given us the 18% growth. So all the four vertical across the board has given us the excellent work. And secondly, as far as margin is concerned, so I said that paint we have come out from the losses. UK last year was not giving us the good number. This year they have, that unit has also given us 26% kind of growth, and at the same time positive EBITDA close to 5%. So I think overall across the board the growth is good. But I can say you that Q1 was still a slow quarter for our industry. But Q2 we are seeing a very high growth coming in the at least first 44, 45 days. So we are expecting that the number will be even better in the coming quarter.
Okay, here's looking forward to that. Mr. Savlani, hi, this is Snehi also joining in. Just want to get a broader snapshot and a broader sense from you. Industry demand was down 10% in the first quarter, while Astral delivered flat plumbing volumes and gained market share. What is driving this relative outperformance, and do you expect the market itself to recover in the second half?
So like we continuously saying to the street that we are in a zone of gaining market share. And this is not we are gaining market share from today or one quarter, three quarter, but we are gaining the market share for last 10 years. If you see the last 10-year number, continuously we are gaining the market share. The one of the reason of gaining market share that we are continuously adding the new product, spending a lot of money on the branding. We are adding new plants also. So new and new geography, we are taking the entry. So mixture of all is contributing the growth to us. And you rightly said that the Q2 numbers are even better because in the month of July itself, we have delivered 40% kind of volume growth. So all 4 months put together, if you see, we are already crossing the double-digit mark for this year also. So whatever guidance we have given, we are confident that we can easily achieve that guidance also. One more thing I can tell you about the industry, that the government has imposed the MIP, minimum import price. So because of that, whatever the volatility was there into the PVC side, polymer side, that is going to go away from the system. Because of that, a lot of restocking, destocking kind of activity was happening, and that because of that, the quarter-on-quarter numbers were looking very uneven. Now, because of this minimum floor price, so downside is protected. So now dealer and distributors are going to get the confidence that from here on the prices are not going to go down substantially. So because of that, they will keep the inventory, and that is going to give the stability of the number. So I think that is the best thing it has happened. Secondly, I can communicate to you that another good thing is that last 3-4 years, the industry was struggling for the value growth because the polymer price was continuously going down from the COVID time. It went to 162 rupees a kg, which has come down to 62 rupees a kg. Now that change is happening. Now the polymer have started upward journey. Today, polymer price is 92, 93 rupees. So that going to give us the big boost to the industry in terms of value growth. So today, the 10% kind of gap is there between value and the volume. So that is going to give us the robust, I can say, the top line number in the current year and the coming quarters also.
Meanwhile, let's also talk about paints business because that has delivered very strong growth of about 49%, and you achieved EBITDA break even as well for the first time for your paints business. What are the key growth areas going forward? What are you targeting in terms of revenue and margins going forward? And now that you have EBITDA broken even, what will profitability look like going forward?
So I think paint is just the beginning of the journey. Our base is still very low, and we open up the market for just 6 states. So going forward, slowly and gradually, we are going to add more state. We are adding more products also. So that is also going to contribute to us. So I think the paint journey has just started. So there's a lot to do in the coming time. So we are very, very confident that in the coming year, paint is going to give us the higher growth. In fact, we have given the guidance of this year 20-25% kind of growth, but we in the very first quarter itself, we are close to 50%. So we are expecting a good number in the coming time also.
Forward to that. And July and August have seen very strong growth after a weak quarter one. How is the underlying demand once the current channel restocking benefit normalizes? And if you can help us with what would be a sustainable underlying volume growth rate for plumbing?
I think Q2 started with a very big bang, I can say. Some element is restocking is also there. But at the same time, we are continuously tracking the secondary sale also. And we are seeing a very good attraction into the secondary side sale also. So we are confident that demand is genuinely picked up from on the ground level. So going forward, this is going to continue because Q1 already has lost by the industry because of the 10% degrowth in the industry level. So rest of the 9 months is definitely going to be a better only.
And Mr. Savlani, let's also talk about the adhesives business because South India has historically been a weaker market for you, while Dahej is helping the western region. What is the growth that you're targeting for the Dahej for the adhesives business, especially for South India market?
So I think South has contributed good number in this quarter, and slowly and gradually the contribution from the South is increasing because the South base is still very low. So we are expecting that in the coming years, South is going to definitely contribute a higher growth in the next few years because still the base is very, very low. So we are expecting that the number should be very good in the South, and Western is anyway our hometown. So that is going to give us the excellent number only.
Okay, and let's talk about DSS. That has already contributed 6.7 crore of revenue and a little bit in EBITDA in the first quarter. What are your growth plans and what's the target from this acquisition?
So I think DSS is just a beginning of the journey. I think that is the one of the best company that company is into the specialty chemicals, and all the products of DSS is our import substitute. So definitely because of import substitute, no one is manufacturing in India. The margin will be very high. We are expecting that minimum 20% kind of margin in the coming time. But just it is the beginning of the journey. Volume is very low because this just started. So in the coming time, when the volume will start picking up, the margin will also shoot up from here on. And we are confident that by year end, we will be definitely going to cross 20% EBITDA margin and a very, very decent growth also.
Okay, so decent growth with 20% EBITDA margins, that's the word coming in. But Mr. Savlani, earlier you had also announced demerger of chemicals business into a separately listed entity, Astral Chemi, and amalgamation of a couple of other plastics companies into Astral. But later you withdrew this plan. If you can take us through what was the main reason behind this withdrawal and any chance of demerger likely to take place in the future, anything in the works right now?
So I think we took the decision considering that the operational ease will be there because at a smaller level company we are demerging that the controls and that mechanism will be better. But when we communicated to the market, our key shareholder and the public at large was not happy with our decision. So we thought that when we are acting as a trustee to the shareholder, and if they are not happy, there is no point to continue with that kind of decision. Because we are very, very practical and flexible people. That if anything is not in the interest of shareholder, we should support that. So considering that in mind, we cancel that thing. And in future, I don't think in the near term we are looking for that. We internally we are working that minimum 5-6,000 crore top line will be there for chemical business. That time we will relook, but not necessary that we are going to do at that level also. That time situation, whatever will permit, we will take the interest. But whatever we are going to take the interest, that will definitely will be in the interest of the shareholder.
Understood. And also let's talk about the geopolitical disruptions because of the West Asia crisis. We have seen volatility in PVC prices. Can you tell us how much price hike have you taken to combat this inflation that you're seeing? How much have you passed? What's the outlook on further price hikes, if at all, for the PVC segment?
So I think PVC price, whatever pass on, whatever the price rise has taken place, I think most of the PVC price we have passed on to the market, except 1 rupee price which has taken place yesterday, that we have not passed on to the market. Otherwise, most of the price we have given to the market. And going forward, I think now we are thinking that the PVC price will stabilize nearby to this level, maybe 4-5% plus minus. It's not going to be a too much high or too much down because MIP is there, so downside is already protected. So I think nearby to current price, it is going to settle down, and which is very healthy and good for the industry. So we wish that this level of price settle down, so then the predictability of number will be much better.
Okay, so that's as far as the outlook for the rest of the year is concerned. Mr. Savlani, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. With that, we need to